Hello everyone, welcome back to this series on Brisk AI, a fantastic tool to introduce AI into your planning and your lessons. This video will be focusing on one of the new features that Brisk have brought out under the Boost activity option. And more specifically, we're going to be looking at character chat, which is a fantastic way for language teachers and others to bring a character to life. So let's get straight into it. Let's say that I have been studying the novel Holes with my class, and instead of having a kind of bog standard test on the main character, Stanley Yelnats, I would like them to chat with the character, and I would like to bring the character to life. In my opinion and in my experience, my students absolutely love this. This is a much more sort of dynamic and modern way to test their knowledge about a character. So Holes, because it's such a well-read book loved by many English teachers around the world, there's lots of material out there on the internet. So all I need to do is Google the main character, Stanley Yelnats, and I'll come to all sorts of results. And here's one of a website that I tend to use quite a lot when it comes to character chat, building character chat. So here you have some information about the main character, both from the movie version and the book version, and this is more than sufficient because Brisk will use its own AI capabilities to build this activity for me in a moment. So this will work with all sorts of characters, historical people, people from history, people from literature, but you need to start and give some sort of stimulus to Brisk. Wikipedia can also work just as well. Okay, so here is my stimulus that I want to give Brisk, and I want to bring this character to life so that my students can engage with Stanley Yelnats and chat with him. And in this way, I can test their knowledge. So what I do is I click on the Brisk button here. I click on Boost Activity. And then I click Character Chat. That's the focus of this video. And as you can see, I've got it set for grade 5, and it's an English lesson, so in English, of course. And then I press the Brisk button. Then you will be brought to a page that looks like this. And as you can see, Brisk has already done a lot of the hard work for me. This is giving us a kind of student view of what the actual students will see once they log in to this activity. So I can do lots of things here. The first thing I want to do is make sure that Brisk has the right instruction. The AI bot that is pretending to be Stanley Yelnats has the right instruction. And as you can see, Brisk AI has done an incredible job and saved me a lot of time because the instructions are quite good. You are Stanley Yelnats from the book Holes. Engage with the conversation, yada, yada, yada. I have not written this. This is Brisk AI that has put this together from the stimulus that I've given it. It can understand that I want the AI to be Stanley Yelnats. It understands the age of the students, all sorts. What an incredible time saver. I can add things here. I can tweak things. I can take them away. I can even say we haven't read to the end of the book. Don't give any spoilers. It's quite an important one and one I've learned. Any spoilers? Okay, but there's lots I can do. I can give different instructions, and from my experience there is a lot of skill in adjusting the role here. And then I click save when I'm happy with that. I can add things and take away things, so it's created a heading for the activity which I can change if I want to. Maybe I just want to tidy up a little bit and just call it Stanley Yelnats Chat. Do I actually want them to have the website in front of them? That can be helpful for reading comprehension and things, but I tend to take that away for just the character chat. And then possibly, in my opinion, the most important one is adding learning objectives. So let's do that. Let's click the Add Learning Objectives button, and then we can see what Brisk has come up with first. Describe the main character. Explain how characters actually... These look great. These look really, really fantastic. These are the things that we've been talking about in my lesson. And this is often my experience with Brisk, that the AI does such a good job of guessing seems like a bad word, of anticipating what I want to do with my students. So I can add, I can tweak if there's something specific that we've been working on in class, but these look pretty good to me. So I press save. And then one thing that's very reassuring for me as a teacher is that I can actually go and test this function before giving it to my students. So here we go. I click Let's Go. And as you can see, the AI is pretending to be Stanley, just the way I wanted. Hi, Stanley. Nice to meet you. Okay, so as you can see, the bot that is pretending to be Stanley will start to engage your students, start to ask them questions, start to test their learning. And as they go through the learning objectives, they will start to make progress on this bar. So this is this kind of gamification side of things that they can monitor their progress. Okay. What I would also like to highlight to you is how to get your students logged into this page. Okay. So we have a QR code, which can work quite well if your students have mobile phones with them. They can go to the website shown on the board, and all they need to do to get into the activity is type the code in. This is fantastic because there isn't any sort of long logging in or creating account elements to getting into the activity. Another tip I have for you, quick tip, a last one before we end this tutorial, is that boost.show, going to the website boost.show, works just as well. So for some of my younger students, this can be quite long to type this website in. So boost, let me show you, boost.show, that's it. Simple as boost.show, and then it will ask them for the code. And then in they go. One thing I might say for a later video is how you, as the teacher, can monitor the progress of your students as they complete this activity. So as they're engaging with the bot, some students do like to be silly and ask silly questions and what have you. And in a later video, I will show you how that looks and how you can monitor your students as they participate with the AI. Thank you for your time on this video. Please like and subscribe, and stay tuned for more tutorials with Brisk. Bye-bye.